Energy Minister Boakye Agyarko says government has saved the country 7.2 billion cedis over the next 13 years, or will be saving that, following their decision to terminate and review power purchasing agreements. He disclosed government has terminated 11 power purchasing agreements with various private companies signed by the previous administration and also reviewed 15 others. Responding to questions on the floor of Parliament, Mr. Agyarko said the agreements would have provided the country more power than needed if they had been allowed to stand. Meanwhile, the Children, Gender and Social Protection Ministry is gearing up to launch a campaign push for Parliament to pass the Affirmative Action Bill. Delivering a statement to Parliament to commemorate this year's International Men's Day, Gender Minister Otiku Afisa-Jaba said for Ghana to achieve gender equality and equity, the He for She campaign will be used to create the enabling environment for the passage of the bill. She was in Parliament yesterday.
The International Men's Day affords us the opportunity to appreciate and celebrate the sacrifice and contributions of our men. The theme for 2017 International Men's Day celebration, Mr. Speaker, is Celebrate Men and Boys. For us to achieve gender equality and equity in our society, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, in collaboration with the UN Women, wishes to inform this august House of the launch of the He for She campaign this December 2017. The He for She is a global initiative, and for us in Ghana, we want to use it to create an enabling environment for the passage of the Affirmative Action Bill. The He for She invites all males, young and old, from all spheres of life to come together and support the initiative. Mr. Speaker, I wish to indicate to this august House that the objectives for this year's International Men's Day celebration are to reflect on the contributions, sacrifices, and progress made by men in our society, to improve gender relations and promote gender equality, to create a safer and better world where men and women can be safe and grow to reach their full potential, to establish the Men's Day as a popular annual event on the national calendar of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, even though men have enormous power in our society, there are still some who are vulnerable, marginalized, and unable to achieve their full potential. Men have a relatively shorter life expectancy than women in this country. They are dying in combat and suffer more fatalities at the workplace than women. We still find males selling dog chains or taking care of cattle and goats and undertaking galamsey, streetism, child labor on the street, and involved in armed robbery, human trafficking, and other abuses of the vulnerable. Another challenge for our men, increasingly, there are reported cases of violence against men by women. Because of our culture, these men are suffering in silence. Sometimes, the unavailability of money to provide for the home in terms of chop money exerts some psychological and emotional stress on men. Today, economic and peer pressure on men to acquire wealth and to perform social obligations are imposing great burdens on their lives, which is also affecting the health of men. Mr. Speaker, Ghana is a male-dominant society due to our patriarchal culture, which gives males enormous power. For example, in our rural communities, a woman can give birth to a male child, nurture him to adulthood. But as soon as he is 16, he is invited to decision-making programs in the community, while the mother is ignored and not even considered for invitation. This is a challenge of how we bring up our sons to feel more superior, and it is a challenge so that we can have gender equity as we develop Mother Ghana.